In my last video, I showed you guys how I did this crochet look, and I told you guys I was going to make a wig, and you guys went crazy in the comments asking me to post that video, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I took that crochet look and turned it into a wig. So let's just get started. So you're going to start off with a wig cap of some sort. I'm using this netted wig cap that actually has some combs in it. I'll try to find the link below because I actually purchased it from AliExpress. Now for me, I kind of want to have a part. I want that same exact look that I had in my last video. So for me, I'm going to use a white pencil so that I can mark where I want my part to be. I'm not going to have any leave out, so I'm going to do the part first. And this first line right here that I'm doing is where I'm going to be cutting. And then I'm going to make 2 more lines. And that's just going to be where I'm going to stop crocheting the hair. Since this does have holes in it, I don't want to cut into the holes. So I'm just going to have where I'm going to stop my holes. Now, I also want to make sure that I have a comb as well so that I can install the wig onto my head or put the wig onto my head. So I'm going to continue that line on the inside of the wig, and I'm going to flip that cap inside out, and I'm going to continue to make that line. Now, the reason why I'm doing that, like I said, I'm going to be sewing some additional combs, so I kind of want to know where I put my lines at. So I'm going to just make only the lines where I want to mark my combs, and then after that I'm going to get my combs. Everything will be linked below if you need any of these tools, accessories, anything like that. I will have it in the comment section, not the comment section, the description box below. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew those combs. I'm only just adding 2 additional combs onto my cap because, like I said, this cap already came with combs, so I don't need any more, and plus it will kind of be a little clunky just having all the combs in the way. And there was the 2 combs that I added, and that's the combs that it came with. Now I'm going to flip the cap back to the way it was before, and I'm going to start to crochet the hair onto this cap. If you didn't see my last video, the hair that I'm going to be using is from Crochet Braids Plus. That video was not sponsored. This video is not sponsored. I did spend my own money to purchase this hair, and I loved it so much that I wanted to turn it into a wig. So that's just from when I took that crochet look out, and now I'm going to go ahead and crochet it onto this cap. When I first started to make this wig, I was trying to go like every other hole, and then I realized eventually that I really didn't need to do that because 1, I would run out of hair, and 2, it would be too much hair. So eventually I started just skipping holes. So use your judgment when you're making your wig. If you want to, you can just space it out all the way and then just fill in the spaces. This hair is really thick, the curls are really full, so you don't necessarily need to put it in every single hole unless you really like that big look. But I used all of the hair, basically 98% of the hair that came in the pack that I purchased. I used all of it. On top of that too, the length that I got was medium, and as you can see, I'm folding the hair in half, so I had more hair and I used it all. So just use your judgment when you're making your wig. A pro tip, since it's probably your first time doing a crochet wig, I would say is to start from the top and work your way from the bottom. That way, if you do run out of hair, you can go ahead and just space it out once you get to the bottom part where you don't see it. But for me, I'm starting at the bottom and I'm working my way to the top. Again, just folding the hair that I had in half because I like that short look on me. That first look that I had in my last video was bomb. Of course, I'm going to have a card above if you didn't see my last video and you're now seeing this video, and I'll also have it linked in the description box as well. Now, I want the hair to frame my face, so when I'm doing the front section of my hair, as you can see, I'm crocheting it down because I want it to frame my face. Also too, once I crochet around the entire wig, then I'm also going to just cut to pieces so that it flows together. So I'm just going to be quiet and I'm just going to have you guys just keep looking at me just continue to add the hair onto this net. Now, when you get to that line that you created on where you're gonna have your crochet basically end, I just crochet right on that exact line. And that's basically it. So this is, and then I'm just gonna cut right there. So this is what the final look looks like once you're done. I'm gonna go in now with any of the extra pieces I have, and I'm just filling in any spaces that will look crazy if the wind blows. So you just go ahead and you just look, you fluff the wig, and you just search where there's some holes and there's some gaps, and you just fill it in with any extra hair that you have. If you run out of hair, you can always just take out any of the crochets that you've done at the bottom and fill it into any empty spots that's on the top. So I'm just doing just a little search just to see if everything looks full. And then after I do that search to make sure everything is full, as you can see, there is some gaps there, but that's quite all right. You're not gonna see it because I'm actually like moving it around. So I'm just going in, just making sure that, you know, it just looks good if the wind is blowing, because you know you don't want to look crazy. But anyway, so after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and take my teasing brush, and I'm gonna start to tease where the leave out is going to be. Like I said, this wig that I'm making, I'm not gonna have any of my hair out. So I want this crochet look to look like it's growing out of my scalp, similar to what I did in my last video where I had no hair out. Everything was braided up and everything, the crochet blended in. And I'm also going into the roots of the hair and any of those spaces. I'm also teasing it also, so that again, if the wind is blowing, you're not seeing that net. It looks like this hair is growing out of your scalp. So anywhere where there's going to be any leave out, I'm going to tease, whether it's on the top, whether it's on my edges, I'm going to tease it. I did keep that band. You will see how I blend the band in, but I kept that band because I feel like that band kept this wig secure, and I didn't want to crochet on it because it's going to be kind of hard because the crochet needle doesn't go through the elastic. So I did keep that band on there. After I'm done teasing, I'm gonna go ahead with that first part that I did. That's the cutting part. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. And you're gonna notice that you do see some of the holes that's left over in the cap. If you want, if you have any leftover hair, you can kind of crochet that in. But for me, I found a solution, and I'll show you guys a solution with installing it. So that didn't really bother me as much. But this is what your cap is going to look like. It's going to turn out looking like a U-part wig with your combs in there to install the wig onto your head. So this is what the look is looking like. Now it's time to install the wig onto my head. Please excuse my red eye. I actually burned my cornea, so I think that's how you pronounce it. So my eye is really red from it. So just try to ignore that in case you're just like, oh my God, why does she look like that? That's just the reason why. But anyway, you're going to insert those combs onto your braids. Again, I decided to do a side part. I just feel like I don't look good with middle parts, so I just tend to do a side part on the left side all the time. That just is my look. If you did a middle part, you do a middle part, side part, side part. But anyway, I'm going ahead and I'm using those combs and I'm tucking it in into my braids. Again, I'm not going to have any leave out, so this wig is going to be tucked into just those braids right there. Now you're going to see that the white dot line that I did is there. Do not worry about that, girl. Like I said, I have a solution for it, but you see that? Yeah, don't worry. It's all going to be hidden. This is why I love curly hair, because you can manipulate curly hair and it still will look bomb. So don't worry about that. Just making sure that all of my combs is in, and then I'm going to use bobby pins. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use bobby pins to help make the illusion look like it's growing out of your hair. But again, I'm just going in and I'm just double checking, making sure that all my combs are secure. As far as that band area, I want to make sure that it's as close to the front of my hair as possible. So that's what I'm doing. And then now we're going to add my bobby pins. So basically all you're going to do is just lift up some pieces of your curls, and you're just going to just place a bobby pin in there just to hide where that band is. And also it looks like it's growing out of your scalp. You can also do the crochet method where you just put a crochet needle in and you pull the hair through and around. You can do that also, but I didn't want to like crochet it into my hair because it is a wig. So I decided just to use bobby pins as just a safe solution. And on top of that too, it makes your wig even more secure. on top of having those combs in your hair, you also have bobby pins in there also. So this wig is not coming out. And then you're going to take that brush and then you're just going to just give the illusion that's growing out of your scalp, and you're going to go ahead and tease your edges. And that's basically how you can install it. Very simple. I did put a lot of bobby pins in there. This is my first time making this wig, so this was just like, I was just going with the flow and whatever made sense. But like I said, when you're working with curly hair, you can literally manipulate it to the point where it just looks good. It doesn't have to be super neat. So I'm just going in and I'm just touching up all the spaces, and it's looking pretty good. And I'm really happy that I was able to turn this hairstyle that I had, that I loved I love this hairstyle so much. Now I can literally have this hairstyle whenever I want to, especially when I just need something just right away. It looks super professional, it looks super fresh, boom, it's in my closet and I can just pop it on. I'm just showing you guys that when you tease the hair, it literally makes it look like it's growing out of your hair. So I'm just gonna tease some more and then I'm gonna show you guys the final look. I can't say enough, and I'm actually really happy that I was able to turn this $150, $160 investment into something that I can just consistently wear. A lot of you guys in my comments from the initial install video that purchased this hair said that you've worn it for so long, you've reused it. This is just my way of reusing the hair. I just don't have the time to consistently sit down and crochet it over and over again. I think a wig for my lifestyle is the best, and maybe it will be the best for your style when you like to switch up your look. So that's my video. Here's the final results. I don't know. I just can't say enough. Again, this is coming from a consumer. Purchased this with my own money, hard-earned money. I love this hair. That's all I have to say. 10 out of 10. There's just no cons. Like, this is hair that I literally had in my head for a month, washed it and reinstalled it into a wig, and it looks like I just bought it. It looks like I just bought it. Like, come on now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Those who asked for the tutorial, hopefully I did a great job with doing the tutorial for you guys. Thanks so much for supporting me. YouTube is putting me in the algorithm, and that video is taking off. So thank you so much for everyone who's watched the original video. And if you have any questions, leave them below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.